Hey guys, now when most people hear the word acids, what comes to their minds are very dangerous liquid substances. This is because of the over-exaggerated portrayal of acids in the media as substances which are highly corrosive that would eat away any material you put in their path. Now this may probably be the kind of view you share about acids, but do you know that there are acids in the fruits you love taking, like oranges, bananas, watermelons, pawpaws, and even pineapples? Do you also know that there is an acid in your stomach which helps in the digestion of the food you eat? You're very surprised, aren't you? I know that by now you're wondering if these acids in the fruits you take are safe. Now that's a very interesting question. Don't worry. Even though it is true that some acids can be very corrosive and eat away materials you put in their path, naturally occurring acids in our fruits are safe and beneficial for our body. For example, vitamin C, also known as ascorbic acid, is necessary for the growth, development, and repair of all body tissues. Vitamin C is also involved in many of our body functions like the immune system and wound healing. When you taste fruits like lemons or oranges, how do they usually taste? They have a sour taste, don't they? Yes, they do. This is because of the presence of acids in these fruits. Now, acids have long been associated with the sour taste of some fruits. No wonder the word acid comes from the Latin words acidius or acere, which mean sour. Before we proceed further, let's try to understand the definition of the term acid. Now, acids were first defined by Svante Arrhenius as a substance which produces hydrogen ions or protons as the only positive ions when dissolved in water. To understand this definition, let's consider hydrochloric acid as an example. The formula for hydrochloric acid is HCl. When HCl dissolves in water, it would produce hydrogen ions together with the corresponding negative ions, which are the chloride ions. The process of formation of these ions is called ionization. So, it means that for a substance to be called an acid, it must have at least one ionizable hydrogen atom in its molecule. Hydrogen ions have no electrons in their shell and are positively charged. They are sometimes referred to as protons. Now, based on what we learned in our previous lesson under coordinate covalent combinations, hydrogen ions can combine with water molecules to form hydronium ions. So, acids are also sometimes referred to as substances which increase the concentration of hydronium or oxonium ions when added to water, or simply as materials capable of acting as proton donors. This definition of an acid as a proton donor was given by Bronsted and Lowry. Before we conclude this lesson, it is important to note that you should never add water directly to acids. This is because the heat generated during this process may cause the acid to splatter onto your body. So, to avoid this, ensure that you always add acid into water. A summary of what you've learned in this lesson is that 1. Acids can simply be defined as a substance which produces hydrogen ions or protons as the only positive ion when dissolved in water. 2. For a substance to be called an acid, it must have at least one ionizable hydrogen atom in its molecule. 3. Acids are also referred to as substances which increase the concentration of hydronium ions when added to water, or as materials capable of acting as a proton donor. I have no doubts that you have learned some interesting things about acids in this lesson. However, there are still more to learn. In the next lesson, we shall be looking at the different classes of acids and their various examples. See you then.